So, the schedule came out. This Green Bay game looked like one of the primo games. Not so much so the way the Packers are playing. And the Bills are 11-point favorites.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. Based on what's happened earlier this season, I thought it'd be more. The Titans came to Buffalo, same exact situation, primetime football at home against an offense that's fairly healthy right now, and they were 10-point dogs. Are the Packers only 1 point worse than the Tennessee Titans, who are leading their division right now? It should be. I was expecting to see 13 to 15 points at home. Aaron Rodgers' numbers are terrible. The offensive line in Green Bay is terrible. The wide receiver core in Green Bay is terrible. The coach and quarterback obviously have animosity towards each other, but Rodgers can't say anything because everything he's done over the last 3 years on and off the field has led to what this roster is. You made this bed. You are now being forced to sleep in it. And my favorite part about Rodgers so far this season is he's now speaking after games like he's the GM and he's trying to figure out what the problem is. Like you and your long hair aren't the problem right now.
If I'm
Long hair.
Well, I mean, he looks like an idiot.
Let me ask the question. If Green Bay had a time machine and go back and trade Aaron Rodgers to Denver, would they do it immediately just for the chemistry that's in the team? We talked about this with baseball and earlier. Aaron Rodgers right now, if I'm the Buffalo Bills, you sweep the leg. Just like Karate Kid. Just don't even go in there, dance around. You've been on a bye. They look terrible. They're not a cohesive unit. He's like bench players that are not catching the ball or on the same page. This does not look like a great relationship that they have. I think they might lose their head coach, if not Rodgers, maybe even blow the whole thing up. They can't get any offense going. The Bills, I don't know how. Bills, right? We started the season, I'm like, oh, that could be a great game, Green Bay. No, it's not. No, absolutely not.
But you could go to what Rodgers said, the philosopher king himself, Pat. It says that this may be just what we need is to come into Buffalo.
And get what?
I will say this.
That's what he said.
Look, there are 4 things going into this game that if you're a superstitious Bills fan will make you nervous. Fun fact 1, do you know the Packers have never won in Buffalo? 0-6 all time as Packers in Buffalo. That's a problem. Problem number 2,
That's a problem.
Aaron Rodgers.
You're one of those ofer guys. Like
Well,
this is like if you flip a coin head 6 times, it's bound to come up tails in the 7th.
Well,
better than 50-50.
At some point.
Yeah, but
okay, don't start numbers with me. Problem 2, Aaron Rodgers has never been a 10-point underdog in his life. He's never been a double-digit underdog in NFL history. That's a problem. 3, he's never lost 4 straight games. And 4, the last time he was here, he was completely embarrassed. Bakari Rambo intercepted him 2 times, and the Bills upset them wildly. The stage is being set. The stage is being set for something crazy to happen on national television, and
here it comes.
It'll be the first game Sammy Watkins returns to Buffalo.
Oh my goodness!
Actively and playing.
Are they putting together a highlight reel for
all the ghosts that are in the corner of the stadium? He just gathered them all together to believe this is going to be a closer game than it should be.
Every year there is a game for every dominant team where you go, how did they lose that game? The Bills have not had that game yet. I'm just pointing that out. And if Rodgers is right, if you're gonna get right, do it against a juggernaut team on national television on the road. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying as a damaged Bills fan, it's in my head.
But certainly Mike Catalani used to, when he was on the show regularly, would always say, about teams that get the other team's best game. That's where Buffalo has put themselves now with the target square in the back. 11 points, how do you play it?
Look, the Packers are so bad right now. Like I said, I thought it would be 13-14. I think the Bills win, and I think they win by.
Sir?
Were you going to say 14? Because I was going to say 14.
I was going to say 20, but go on.
Oh, 20.
Yeah, I think
it's an early knockout. I think the Packers are just basically winding down the clock at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Good teams play well off their byes, which that's the one thing I think Buffalo has going for it. Well-coached teams play well off their byes.
If it wasn't for the bye, I would be more nervous. The fact that he said 2 weeks to prepare, and if there's one thing that McDermott does really, really well, it's prepare. That makes me not as nervous.